This tutorial will help you with the Week 11 Regents exam review questions. Let's take a look. So the first one was to solve a system of linear equations graphically, and it says level 2, which means that both of the equations will not necessarily be given to you in slope-intercept form. Now you can rewrite it in slope-intercept form if you like, or you can graph just using the x and y intercepts. And usually we would do that if the values would come out as integers. So let's take a look at our first equation here. Y equals 3/4 x plus 2. So I'm going to click on my y-intercept, which is 2. That makes my first point. And I'm going to make my second point by following the slope, which is 3/4, or a rise of 1, 2, 3, and a run of 1, 2, 3, 4. All you need is 2 points to make a line, and this first one is done. Now my second one needs to be rearranged. So I'm going to move this 5x to the other side. And then I'm going to divide by 4 to isolate my y, giving me negative 5/4 x minus 6. Again, I move my mouse to my y-intercept of minus 6 or negative 6. Then I move down 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, looks like 5 down will be off the grid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my equation here, and I'm going to move that negative sign from the 5 down here to the 4. So instead of going down 5, I'm actually going to go up 5 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But instead of going right 4, I'm going to go left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I found my solution already. That's where my two lines intersect. So that is going to be the solution to my system. The point is on the x-axis, negative 4, and on the y-axis, negative 1. So parentheses, negative 4, comma, negative 1, close parentheses. Submit my answer, and that's it. So when you are graphing your two equations, you simply click one time on your y-intercept, and then you follow your slope. In this case, the slope is 2, or up 2 and over 1. There's my first sentence. And now the second sentence you can graph by either rearranging it in slope-intercept form, or like I'm going to show you here, you can split the problem into 2. And you can use x and y intercepts. So the x-intercept is 12, which actually would be off my grid, and the y-intercept would be 4. Alright, so unfortunately this 12, although I could graph it, right, I could go all the way over here to positive 12, there's no place for me to click. So on my y-axis I could click 4, but on my x-axis I could not click negative 12. I'm sorry, positive 12. There's no point for me to click there. Alright, so I can't use my x and y intercepts to solve this particular question, so I'm going to rearrange this to slope-intercept form. Again, my y-intercept is 4, and my slope is down 1 over 3. So my point of intersection is 3, 3. There we go. Now for the next topic, which was a little bit harder, you were asked to solve a system of equations from context. That means a story problem. So a group of college students are going to a lake house for the weekend and plan on renting small cars and large cars to make the trip. Each small car can hold 5 people. Each large car can hold 8 people. The students rented 2 more large cars than small cars, which altogether can hold 94 people. So we can use any variables we'd like. So if you'd like to use L for large, and you'd like to use S for small, you may. Or if you would just like to use X and Y, you could do that as well. So it looks like each small car can hold 5 people. So that's 5y. Each large car can hold 8 people. So that's 8x. And it looks like it holds a total of 94 people. Okay. The second sentence says the students rented 2 more large cars than small cars. So they have more large cars. So if you have more large cars, then you need to add something to your smaller cars for them to be equal. So if I need this to be equal, I would have to add 2 to my small car. So there's my system. I've translated it, but now I have to solve it on my scrap paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the substitution method because this is already solved for, or isolated for x. So I'm going to substitute that into that value of x. So the 8 stays, but the x is going to be replaced with a y plus 2. And now I'm going to get 8y plus 16, plus 5y equals 94. So 13y plus 16 equals 94. 13y is equal to 94 minus 16. And I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm certainly going to turn my calculator on here. And I'm going to do 94 minus 16. 94 minus 16. And I get 78. And then I'm going to do 78 divided by 13. Let's just do that while my calculator is open. And I get 6. So 78 and divided by 13 is 6. So y is my small car. So it looks like I have 6 small cars. So I'm going to put that here. And now for my large cars. Well, my large cars are x, so x is equal to 6 plus 2. Right? That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to use this equation right here. X equals y plus 2. But instead of a y, I'm going to replace it with what y is, which is 6. So that's how I got my answer of 8. Now, I chose to use the substitution method. You certainly don't have to use the substitution method here. You could have used elimination method, so we're correct. And when I say elimination method, I mean what I could have done here is I could have taken this sentence and written it as x minus y equals 2. And my other sentence, I could have multiplied by 5 up here. And I would have gotten 5x minus 5y equals 10. And then I would have gotten 13x equals 104. And I would have gotten my calculator out. And let's see, 104 divided by 13, I would have gotten 8. So x is 8. X was my large car, and that is right. That's exactly what I said. Large car was 8. So you could have used any method you liked. All right, now for the last one. The last section is solving a system from context using a graph. So this one is similar to the last one where you get a word problem, but you actually have to graph it in order to get your solution. So let's take a look. Ava and her children went into a movie theater and she bought $48 worth of drinks and candies. Drinks cost 4, candy cost 3. She bought 2 more candies than drinks. Graphically solve the system. So x is drinks and y is candy. So x is drinks and y equals candy. And remember, I know that if it's money on the answer side, I gotta have money on the question side. So $4 for drinks, so 4x, and $3 for candy, so that's 3y. So there's my first sentence. My second sentence says she bought 2 more candies than drinks. So candies has to equal drinks, but I have more candies. So candies is this one. So if I have more candies, that means I need to add 2 to my drinks. Again, you can use substitution or you can use elimination. Oh, what am I talking about? This is a graphic problem, not an algebraic question. So I cannot use elimination method. I cannot use substitution method. I have to use a graphing method. So this one's ready to be graphed. Y equals x plus 2. Go over to 2, place a point, and then follow my slope. Up 1 over 1, 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 right? So I could go anywhere along this line. Go anywhere, as long as it is a slope of 1 over 1. All right, the second sentence, this one's going to require a bit more manipulating. So I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to get y equals negative 4/3 x plus 16. Right? So I moved my 4x over, and then I divided everything by 3. So it looks like I'm going to start at 16. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3. Now, my points, right, that I graphed aren't the overlapping point. The solution is right there, but that's okay because I can still read it. The solution is 6 for the x and 8 for the y. 6 for the x, that's 6 for the drinks, and 8 for the candy. So it looks like she bought 6 drinks and 8 candies. Yay! We did it. All right, so remember, read carefully. Make sure you're graphing or solving algebraically for those 3 topics. Good luck.